Hello guys, welcome to another episode, and today we're going to be studying the 8th major arcana, archetype strength. I usually analyze every single archetype, every single arcana, and every single glyph can give us a lot of explanation in order to be able to understand that particular energy. In previous lessons though, I gave you a little bit of new clues how to determine which archetype are you. Let's say we have a couple of archetypes that are predominant in us, right? One of them would determine as simple as our date of birth. Like in this case, it's number 8. If you were born on the 8, you will be very much connected to the archetype strength, but it not necessarily will be your main archetype. There is another way to calculate what I teach my students on the course, and they know. However, the flex right here is not just to know every single archetype and arcana and in order to be able to read tarot cards and help other people. The real flex right here is to understand at which moment of time you can apply that particular energy that will benefit you in your endeavors, whether it's professional or personal. So let's dive into archetype strength. First of all, the word strength alone gives us a lot of information already. It means somebody is very strong. And indeed, people, not only the ones who are born on the 8, but also people who can channel the archetype strength, they do have something about them that kind of stands out. They, as soon as they walk into the room, there is some kind of aura around them that magnetically radiates out. It can be both positive and negative. If it's negative, it means the person doesn't know how to wield that power and transform it into something constructive. But if it's positive, it usually gives out very strong sexual impulse. And we do have a couple of very sexual archetypes. One of them we already learned. It was the archetype 15, which is called devil. Another one will be this one, the strength. And there is a few more which we're going to proceed further in our lessons. So when it comes to people who channel the archetype strength, they seem like they can tame anyone, even the very vicious and very dangerous animals such as lion, even the king of the jungle himself. This lady, some way, somehow, she can tame the lion himself. She has to possess really big powers in order to do so, right? Nobody just comes up to a lion and opens his mouth just like that and he acts in her arms like a sweet kitty, right? He's no longer that predator that all the other animals are fearing. That lady is possessing, it's a manifestation of the feminine energy, but also it can be masculine, depends on the person, right? The energy in her is very pure, right? It's not that type of power where she would be playing on the people's fears, on trying to manipulate other people. It's the pure energy of surrender. She surrenders herself to the power. And it's an archetype of people who are highly connected to nature. As we can see, she's wearing the like a nymph beyond her head, and she also wears this greenery, like a green I don't even know what's the right word for it, but like a crown, yeah, made of plants. And the infinity symbol always symbolizes that she can connect both hemispheres of the brain and logical and creative, which is both polarities, masculine and feminine. And she is wearing white dress. The white dress is kind of voluptuous. Yeah, it's like it's got a lot of like layers on it. It symbolizes our sublime bodies. The lion here on this picture represents the force itself, the unstoppable, the untamable, the unchallenged life force, energy force, natural force, the force of elements, if you will, that the lady is capable of taming. She is capable of some way, somehow reorganizing that power and turning it to her benefit. Not only lion doesn't damage her, but lion also acts like a pet next to her. And at the end, everybody wins. The strength itself surrenders to her. And she is capable of wielding her own power by channeling the energy from the universe, from the nature, from all the elements put together. And this archetype is a serious level of psychic powers, serious level of yogic powers, people who can levitate. Not too many of them, but there are some people known to humanity. They usually don't openly speak about it because it's one of those skills that they acquired over years and years and years of ascetics, of austerities. Basically, they would deprive themselves of something that normally people don't, like sex and certain types of food and entertainment and alcohol. They do not consume any of that, and they do not consume a lot of types of foods that majority of people in the world do, which already enables them to channel different kind of powers, makes their bodies more light, right? So back to the clothing that I was mentioning, the clothing are sublime bodies, and the sublime bodies are the ones that we cannot see, but it doesn't cancel their existence. They do exist. The stronger are the sublime bodies of one individual, the more interesting skill the person can acquire, the more serious, unexplainable levels the person can translate into the world, such as levitation, like I mentioned before, such as pyrokinesis or telekinesis, or a lot of other skills where you adjust the surrounding by the power of your thought, where you don't have to really touch or apply physical force to anything, but the things will bend to your power of will just by you really, really focusing and concentrating at that at the moment of time. It's not the archetype magician that we're going to discuss at the very end of this series. That's where the full journey started. We started from the 22nd arcana full, and we're moving slowly but surely towards the end, where the full goes through all the transformation, and all the 22 energies are wielded by him, and at the end he becomes the magician. Magician will also have the similar powers, but it's going to be much more advanced. It's going to contain much more information, but as of right now we're focusing here on the strength. I also can add some people can change the weather. They can work out with the elemental powers. They can bend their reality by the power of their will. They can be very helpful to humanity by their healing powers, and those type of specialists are usually not that easy to find. They're likely not advertise their services too much. They're kind of working behind the scenes in their small circles. And again, I would like to emphasize this arcana and archetype. The people who channel it, they have a very strong aura and sexuality about them, not in a promiscuous way, not in a Hollywood way, if you know what I mean. They just have it from within. People who don't know much the laws of energy, they call it charisma. But charisma, it's nothing else but very strong amount of energy field radiating from the person's within. And most likely, people who can channel this archetype, they're very, very powerful, not only because of their natural abilities, but also because they did a lot of hard work in order to be there. They train themselves, they train their body, they train their spirit, and they maybe even deprive themselves of a lot of things that regular people don't, because not everybody is strong enough to consciously organize their routines in a way that they no longer become a slave of their physical body, of their beast that lives inside all of us. Inside all of us, there's like two polarities. There is an animal, and there is some other higher conscious being, right? In the humans, the animalistic nature is very, very strong. In some people, it's stronger than in the others. But the ones who are capable of managing that power from within and transforming it into something more constructive, those people will be the masters of the strength archetype. And I would like to show you another version, as I like to call it, a designer deck. It's also, this is classic Rider-Waite, and this is designer one, where we also see a beautiful lady wearing white clothes, having the infinity symbol, having the same flower halo around her head. And right next to her, the king of the jungle, the dangerous lion, acts totally calm, as if he was her pet, as if he was her domesticated kitty. This is a very, very beautiful, amazing archetype to study. And when you make spreads, what does it mean? Usually it means when you make spreads and you answer, of course, depending on the question and depending what other cards are surrounding this, but oftentimes in spreads, it means that you will conquer any situation. You will win any situation you're going through, not by fighting it, but by having it your way in a peaceful way. You basically will overcome any difficulties by the power of strength that you carry out from within, if you know what I mean. Like, you don't have to fight, really physically fight with somebody, but the strength and authority you carry out in the world will be inevitably strong and inevitably put you in the position where you can wield that power and you can domesticate that lion, which metaphorically speaking represents the either inner beast of all of us, or it represents the outer problem, something from the outside world that represents danger and represents something that you have to be cautious of. But the lady that carries out the duty of being the representation of strength in the world of archetypes and tarot arcanas, she, again, it's not about masculine or feminine, it's about the strength itself, which lives in all of us. And those who know how to channel it, they can be definitely very, very beneficial. They can be very beneficial in all of their endeavors by knowing how to apply the power from within and radiating that magnetic, beautiful energy in the outside world, where any problem can be overcome with dignity. Thank you so much for watching. If you're interested in the world of arcanas and archetypes, I gladly invite you to embark on the journey. That's a one-way ticket to a very, very beautiful, wondrous world of knowing how to read Akashic records, knowing how to read the informational field around us. That's what Akashic records is, respectively. And students at my course, not only they know how to read the tarot cards and how to make a lot of important life decisions, and you can literally help yourself with making a lot of important decisions. And not only yourself, you can help other people around you. If you're really gifted and with proper training, which I offer, you can definitely turn it into another very fun way of income. Tarot is very popular nowadays because that ancient knowledge that came to us all the way from ancient Egypt contains a lot of very useful information that we can be adjusting our reality with. With its help, we can literally adjust our reality and help people around us. Of course, there are a certain set of rules that I explain. You have to be an absolute clean vessel in order to channel the correct information. And for more detail, I give out on the course. Come here, my little lion. The kitty came to say hi. Say hi, my little lion. For those who have more questions, I'll put the links down below. How to become a part of Archetypal Psychology course, how to become a student, all the information below the video. Again, thank you so much for watching. Please share it with your friends who are like-minded, who are into the world of tarot. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. And please drop in the comments if you ever had a tarot reading and how was your experience. Because there are so many professionals out there with whom people have all kinds of experiences. And I warn about it on the video, why people are scared of tarot, where a lot of misconceptions and a lot of rumors about it are unveiled. So please check it out if you're interested. And I wish you a beautiful day, and we'll see you on another episode.